Our Real World.
Hi everyone!
Hello.
Welcome to Our Real World. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Tim.
So we had a request from somebody to talk about our background story, which totally makes sense because that probably should have been maybe the first video.
Yeah, we kind of ignored that. We ignored our backstory.
So now we're going to tell you the story of actually how we met. And it started, I guess, sort of when you were in undergrad.
Yeah, when I was in undergrad, I had this great friend who many of you have met in the Cleveland videos named Lauren.
Lauren and you were friends at Carleton University.
That's right, go Ravens!
And when I did my master's degree, I did it at McMaster University. Go
Marauders.
I have no idea what's a marauder.
I don't know. It's a McMaster sports thing.
But what is it?
It's someone who marauds, like a pirate.
Oh, pirate.
Yeah.
Okay. So during my master's degree, I had 6 roommates, all women, all in one house, and one of them, her name was Lauren, and it was the same Lauren.
Yeah.
But I was about halfway through my master's degree, and you were getting ready to leave for
England to go do my master's degree.
Yeah.
And I was living in Toronto for the summer.
Yeah. And I'm from Toronto, and I was living in Hamilton. I was going back to Toronto as much as possible because all of my friends and family and the things I like to do were here.
Right. So Lauren was coming to visit me, and Natalie was coming to Toronto anyway, so we all decided to meet up.
Yeah.
And I should say that I had wanted at that point to get a tattoo for many, many years. A specific tattoo, which you can now see
This tattoo
on my right arm, the wheelchair parking logo. I'd wanted to get it for a long time.
So when I was on the bus back to Toronto with Lauren, she had mentioned this to me. She had talked all about Tim before, and she had mentioned to me that she wanted to bring him to get this tattoo, but that they weren't sure how the tattoo place would deal with you because you're spastic, right?
Right.
Like if I scare Tim,
My arms will flail.
I'll do it. Ready? No, that's not a real spastic response.
Okay.
I'll just try to scare you at some point while I'm talking and you won't know it's coming. Like that. So they were worried that the tattoo place wouldn't really handle Tim very well, and I was like, well, that sounds like fun. I'll come and we'll figure it out together.
The first day that Natalie and I met, she came with me to a tattoo shop in Toronto, and I got the wheelchair parking logo emblazoned on my arm. And we hung out a couple times after that.
With Lauren.
With Lauren.
Yeah.
And I kind of started to develop a bit of a crush on Natalie, but I knew I was leaving to go to England and I was too scared to say anything.
Yeah.
But then my brother's band was having a CD release party, and I had guest list +1, and I asked Lauren and she couldn't go.
Wait, Lauren was your first choice for that?
No. He went to go see Sweet Thing is the name of the band's CD release party.
They're not a band anymore.
And and we had.
But your brother has another band.
I know, a great band.
Yeah.
Very talented. And so we.
Love you, Nick. So we had a great time at the CD release party, and we were kind of dancing together, but I never was really sure because when you dance up with Tim, his arms kind of move, and I wasn't sure if he was trying to touch me or if he was just being spastic. So it's the kind of thing that you kind of have to ask with Tim.
Side note, I was trying to touch you.
Yeah, but I didn't know at the time. But anyway, we were kind of drunk and having fun, and afterwards Tim said he was walking home, and it was really late, and I had to work the next day. But it was one, you know how that happens. It's really late, and you should go home, but you're kind of swooning or just in that phase. So I said I'd walk with him, and then I guess I wasn't that scared because I said, "Can I ask you a question? Was this a date?" And he was terrified when I asked him that question, and everybody knows this story now. He
crashed into a tree.
Drove his wheelchair right into a tree. I eventually said, because I was kind of hoping that it was, and I've had a crush on you for a while.
And I believe my response to that was, and then once I got my words back, I was super excited, and We ended up having our first kiss that night randomly in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
And then we started dating. It was 3 weeks before I left to go to England.
So after 3 weeks of dating, we decided, you know what, we're gonna just keep it going. We even very quickly, I guess, made plans for me to come visit you. We were moving fast.
Yeah, we were moving things pretty fast.
So we dated long distance
for a year.
For a whole year, and I went to visit Tim twice.
And then I came home, having finished my master's degree and written my giant thesis.
And I also came home having finished my master's degree. After a year of being apart, we were just like, well, we'll just move in together.
And we did.
So we moved in together and took a chance, and it worked out.
It worked out. Yeah, we got married about a year and a half later.
Mm-hmm.
I proposed 4 months after I got home.
Yes, and then we planned the wedding for 2 years.
Yeah, so I guess it wasn't a year and a half later that we got married. It was like 2 and a bit years.
Maybe it was a year and a half. I don't even know.
Anyway, it was some amount of time after that we got married. We've been happily married for almost 3 years. And yeah, so that was kind of the start of our relationship, and that was how we met. It all started with Lauren, and it all started with a tattoo.
Yeah, so we're certainly going to make other videos about our relationship in the future, and if you have any suggestions or questions for us, please leave them down in the comments so that we can create the kind of content that you're interested in seeing.
Also, you can click subscribe, you can share it on your social media channels, you can do all that good stuff.
You can do a thumbs up, or you could do a thumbs down if you don't like our relationship.
And you can keep watching our videos because there's going to be more of them.
Yeah.
So bye everyone, we'll see you again soon, and thanks for watching Our Wheel World.
Bye.